Alright, welcome back to the Vapiano's rant.
While the burning witch is alive.
Yeah, I've seen this bit. So I was like, whatever, I just eat the food and then we leave, and I was like, man, Vapiano sucks. And then, like, that was like a while back. And then, like, sort of more recently, some people were like, oh, let's go to Vapiano's again. And I was like,
no.
I was like, I really don't like Vapiano's. And they're like, no, we should. Like, it's good. Like, everyone else here likes Vapiano's, and it was just like the 4 of us. I was like, sure, whatever, I'll go to Vapiano's with you guys. So I go to the front, they're like, here's your card. I'm like, yeah, fucking whatever. And I was like, I'm not getting pasta. Like, I'm not doing that again. So I'm like, I'll get a pizza.
Pizzas are awful. The pizzas are so bad.
So I go to the front and I'm like, hey, and it's like a separate line for pizzas.
Yeah.
And you don't have to wait. You just say, I want this pizza, and then they're like, all right, here's the buzzer. I'm like, oh my god.
Like a restaurant.
Like a proper, like a pizza restaurant almost. Like the boomerang things where you get the little buzzer and it buzzes, you go back, you grab your pizzas down. It's like, so I can actually sit down and not have to talk to them.
Yeah.
And it was the kind of thing where you look at the people who are making the pastas and they're just like, you know, the freshly cut, like all like mid-20s, all the cool people, and you look at the people who are making the pizzas and they look like chefs.
Yeah,
they look like us.
They're ugly.
They're ugly and they're all just like kind of...
They look miserable.
They're miserable, they look horrible, and they look like they hate their job, and they probably make good pizzas. So I was like, oh, you know, I trust my taste buds with these people that look like they hate their job, because those kind of people make good food.
Correct.
So I was like, alright, so I ordered the pizza and I waited a bit. And I grabbed pizza, got upstairs, sit down with people. And like, first of all, there were like no seats. There were no seats anywhere. So we had to like sit on like a fucking garden.
That's
like,
the worst.
Which was weird.
Yeah.
It was like a table with a tree in the center. And I was like, what the fuck? Is this for like garnishing? If you just want a little dirt with your meal, you just grab something from the garden.
Yeah, man, bit of sprinkles.
Yeah, so I was like, whatever. So and like the pizza. Oh, so I got the cheapest pizza they had because their pizzas were like $15. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, they're pretty expensive.
So I got like their cheapest pizza, which still looked good. It was like a sort of just like a pepperoni thing. I was like, whatever, I can deal with that. Even though I don't really like pepperoni pizzas. Like only pepperoni. So I was like, whatever, I get it. And it's like the soggiest, thinnest, fucking shitty thing I've ever had in my life. Soggy. And I was like, look, I get it. Like, traditional pizza is like thin crust. Like, thin. Like, that's what pizza is. It's like thin crust. But at least use like a pizza stone and make it crispy, and like don't make it like this soggy, wet mess where like half the toppings just fall off the moment you touch. I was like, I feel like I need a knife and fork to eat this pizza.
I once had pizza there that was so bad that I didn't complain at the time, but I called them later and I spoke to the manager of the store, and I was like, it was honestly so bad that like it's soggy and awful. And he was like, oh, well, come in next time and we'll give you like a free pizza and a free drink, whatever. No, well, so I was like, sure, like I'll give him a second chance. Maybe it was an off day, right? Yeah. So I go in and they give me a free beer and a free pizza, and I go in with the girl I'm seeing at the time, and she fucking loves this one pasta that they did, so she gets that, and she fucking loves it.
I don't understand people that love Vapiano.
No. To be fair, the thing she got was really good.
Oh, okay, right.
Like I don't know, she got the right combination of like pasta and whatever. Like it was real good.
It's not garbage.
And I was like, well, okay, cool. But I got the pizza, and I got the most expensive one because it was free.
Yeah, sure. Because you would. Really
good, but still fucking soggy.
I know. It's
and I was like, just cook it for longer.
Yeah, like cook it for longer. Like change your methods. Like you. And so I was like, man. So I was just like put off Vapiano's. I was like, their pizza sucks.
Yeah.
And so then, sort of like fast forward like a week, and we're at, I think this was Laura's like birthday party, which is all of her, because she's a triplet. So it was like a big party and everyone was there. And we were like sitting down and talking about Vapiano's. And like,
you're the one guy.
So like someone was just like, I think someone mentioned it like jokingly, it's just like, oh, like just go, like in a way where they were like, oh, just go to Vapiano's because it's like cheap, and then it's like quote unquote fancy food. And I was like, well, yeah, Vapiano sucks, I hate it.
Sucks deep.
And I ranted for like 2 minutes. I was like, their pizzas are the worst, fucking garbage. And then Laura's mum, who was like directly over the table from me, looks at me, she's just like, I think Vapiano's is very delicious. And I was just like, fuck.
I love it.
Oh, god damn it.
We've got to this point now, like...
I was just like, I mean, I guess the food's good, I just don't think it's like Like, they pride themselves on being, like, legitimate, like, Italian, but I don't think you can just be Italian if you just have pizza and pasta. She was like, well, no, I think that you can have Italian restaurant with just pizza and pasta. That's the basis of Italian food. I was like, I'm just gonna shut up right now. Like,
Yeah.
because her mum's like half Austrian, half like Slovenian. So like super like Eastern European, or like super like sort of that part of Europe. And I was like, I'm not arguing with this. Fuck me, like goddamn.
It is a complicated. Although I liked it at this point, we've just become like literally two grumpy old men. Like people like stuff, and we're like, I just don't care for it.
I mean, I can like sure if you love Vapiano's, whatever. Like I have food that I love that people are like, how can you love it so much? And it's like, but if I am like, it's just there's parts of it. It's just like, you know. So I eat a lot of Japanese curry at like Hinaichi and places like that. Because I just fucking love this stuff. Like it's horrible for me, but I love it. I love it so much. And like, so when people are like, oh, like what's like your favorite type of food? I was just like, I don't know. I kind of like Japanese kind of food, like sushi and like Japanese curry. And they were like, well, actually, Japanese curry isn't actually Japanese. It's just like a bastardized Western version of this dish. And I'm like, I don't actually give a fuck. I just like it, and it comes from a place where all the workers there are Japanese. It's Japanese food.
You ask me what I like, not where a thing that I like is from.
Yeah, and so it's kind of where it's just like, yeah, pizza and pasta are both Italian, but it's like, I wouldn't say Vapiano's is an Italian restaurant in the same way that I don't say Hinaichi is a Japanese restaurant. It's just a place that serves a certain type of Japanese food, and that's the type that has rice in it.
Correct.
Which, to be fair, is a lot of the Japanese food. But
and you know what? If I know anything about Japanese food, it's that it's fucking good.
There's a lot of rice, and it's real good.
Dude, fucking a good Japanese curry is just.
There's this
actually a good teriyaki fucking
teriyaki chicken.
Teriyaki beef, I prefer. I don't know what it is, but teriyaki beef fucking gets me good.
A good ramen. There's this ramen place.
I don't know. Ramen's always a bit milky for me, depending where you get it from.
There's this ramen place that that lets you get free noodle refills.
What the fuck?
When I heard that, I was like, free noodle refills? Isn't that like the part you go there for?
Yeah, isn't it like the main thing?
It's like, wouldn't the broth be the free refill? It's like, nah, because they just have buckets of noodles, but they have to make the broth. So they're like, we can refill your noodles, it's fucking easy, but the broth takes effort.
Yeah,
so
well, the
like,
broth, we have a
I
limited
guess.
amount. Noodles is cheap as
The noodles, they just pull it out of a fucking bucket and dump it into your bowl. It's like, there's your refill. You're like, thanks.
I don't know if it's still there, but there used to be this great laksa place near where I used to live. It like replaced a coffee club there.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it was one of those places where you would go and you would order a dish, and it would be like enough food for 8 people.
Yeah, you'd
but
order
you would
like
sit
one.
there
Yeah.
and you would plow through it and you'd eat it all because it was so good.
Yeah.
You used to be sitting there like slurping at your laksa for like hours.
We went to
And they'd put, when you got in, you got your bowls, they would put a box of tissues down in front of you because they knew.
It's real good. You know that like Hara Kija gyoza places around? They've been doing a deal recently where if you buy a drink, like an alcoholic drink, they give you a free serving of chicken wings and like a big ass plate of like 4 like chicken drumstick wings things. And I was like, shit, I don't need to buy a meal. I just come here and buy a drink.
Yep.
So buy like an $8 fucking
like an
Asahi
on tap Kirin or something.
Yeah, on tap Kirin. And just get some free chicken wings and just have that for
good
like
shit,
the
isn't
rest
it?
of my life. Oh man,
Love it.
I love Japanese food. It's real good.
It's good, but I've got to this point now where like I've been kind of healthy like the last few weeks because Christmas always fucks with your body, so you gotta like kind of recover or whatever. But I was gonna get lunch today while I was out because I was so busy with like doing shit, and I was gonna get it at the coffee club. And I was trying to get this guy's attention, like a waiter's attention, to like order food because I'd had 2 coffees, and I was like, I need food and a beer. Like that was what I was ready for that phase of my day, kind of thing.
Is that stage? Yeah.
But like,
He sensed something.
no one made eye contact with me. Like,
You're like,
it was
hello?
real weird. And I was like, how do I get these people? Because I had like my books and my laptop up, and I was doing a bit of work. And I was like trying to make eye contact with these people at this place whose job
Maybe
it
they thought
is.
you were just staring off into the distance,
Well,
thinking intently. But you're like, no, I'm just
At one
hungry
point,
right
I
now.
made like I made eye contact with someone, and he looked at me, and then
Should've
like
done the snap.
went the other direction. And I was like,
done the
well,
dreaded snap.
because we used to work in a restaurant. I'm like real polite to people.
Yeah,
and I'm like, how do I do
get
this?
that.
So I worked it out. This is what I did, right? You'll be proud of me. So I was like, how do I get more, like, how do I do this without being a dick, right?
You grab a cup and a spoon. You ding, ding, ding.
Oh my God,
Waiter!
No, what I did was, I went over to the counter, like, the front thing, and I was like, oh, hey, sorry, because the chick was making coffee. I'm like, hey, can you just tell me where the water is? And she was like, oh, it's over there. I'm like, great. And I was like, oh, what, do I, if I need to order more food, like, where do I go? And she was like, oh, just, she was like, I'll just come over once I'm done with this. I'm like, awesome, thank you.
Snazzy as fuck.
Yeah, man, I was like, I wasn't a dick
Smooth
about
as
it. It was real smooth. And she was like, oh, that was really polite. I got away with, like, asking a genuine question at a restaurant without being a fucking asshole.
Yeah. That's really hard.
But then in the end, I didn't get more food because then the person that I was supposed to be meeting didn't turn up, so I just left. So I still haven't eaten lunch. It's now 4:20. Hashtag blues it.
Oh, dude, it is. Timeline.
Yeah. So point being, you can go to restaurants and not be a cunt.
Yeah.
Turns out. So there you go.
You
That's
can also
today's.
go to restaurants and then insult your girlfriend's mother.
Or
Because
if
it's not real Italian.
or-
Vapiano's is not real Italian.
or if you want, you can literally salt her. You can throw a bit of salt at her.
Oh yeah,
It's a different
stop
outcome.
doing that.
Yeah, it's a different
It's
outcome.
like I'm not insulting you.
She's like, what do you do? And you're like,
I'm
well,
at-salting you. I'm throwing salt at
throwing
you,
salt
not
at
in
you.
you.
because it wards off witches. And with that, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.